So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and guys, welcome to our new initiative that is by the name of ESI in News. And guys, I am your mentor, that is Gurkirat, and I will be getting with you the important ESI in News, especially from your important source, that is by the source of PIB. So from PIB, we will be covering the important news that are there in news, which are very much relevant for your examinations of NABARD, SEBI, as well as RBI Grade B examination. Now, guys, if I talk about the recent examination that has just taken place, RBI examination, one thing that we have come across and the thing that we should keep in mind is that a holistic preparation of phase 1 and phase 2 is necessary, especially for the examination now. You have to cater both the phase 1 as well as phase 2 things so that you could get more score in your examination. Now coming to today's session. So in today's session, I will be discussing the important topics that are there in news from 13th to 16th of April. So guys, before proceeding with the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, so you could kindly subscribe to the channel so that you could get all the latest updates that are provided on the channel. And to get the PDF of this, to get the access of the PDF, kindly subscribe to the Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below. Okay, now talking about the topics of the day. So here I have listed with you the 5 important topics. So I will be catering today the 5 important topics. The first topic is by the name of infant and toddlers. That is a program has been launched by the name of infant, toddlers and caregiver friendly neighborhood training and capacity building program. The second topic of the day is about Poshan Gyan. Third topic is catering to your other important initiative, that is Ahar Kranti. The fourth one will be catering to National Startup Advisory Council. And the fifth topic of the day is Hydrogen Economy India Dialogue for 2021, which means all these topics are very much important and they were in news in PIB. Now let's start with the first question. And guys, before proceeding with the session, let us see how we will be getting to this session. So important thing here will be I will be picking up the MCQs. First of all, one MCQ I will one or two MCQs based on the topic. I will be discussing the MCQs. Then we will going through the news in the full-fledged manner. The first question of the day is, now recently guys, the infant toddler, that is infant toddler and caregiver friendly neighborhood training and capacity building program has been designed to help build capacity of city officials, young professionals for developing young children, family friend neighborhoods within the cities in India. Now here I provided you some details about the program, also that under the program some kind of initiatives will be set up under the National Urban Learning Platform. So guys, one thing I want to make you clear is that I will not be going through the paragraph in detail, because the thing that is being mentioned in the paragraph, I will be explaining that specific thing in the news itself. Okay, now coming to the question, you have to tell me the question that I am asking you is, who among the following organization has launched this program? So the program has been launched by which organization? Common questions generally asked in our examinations, that who has launched the initiative. Common questions. Now you have to tell me whether it is NIUA, whether it is BVLF, whether it is NIPCCD, whether it is both A and B, or whether it is all of the above are the organizations that have launched this initiative. So guys, waiting for your response, and the answer here is, that is option number D, only A and B. That is, these are the two organizations which have launched this initiative. Now guys, if I talk about this important thing here, it is a 1 marker question. Why I am saying this is, why this kind of questions are important is, if you look at the recent trend in RBI examination, they have formed a full-fledged paragraph, and out of that just a single question has been asked. So you should be prepared with that specific also. So this question is getting to that specific thing. You could get a big paragraph, but you should know the crux of the paragraph and try to answer the question. Now let's start with the explanation of our initiative, that is this infant, toddlers and caregivers program. Okay, so this program, that is by the name of infant, toddlers and caregiver friendly neighborhood training and capacity building program has been launched. So when I talk about toddlers, so infant, toddlers, small children, small young children, for building the capacity of them, that is to train themselves to have a family friendly initiative with them, this initiative has been launched by the two organizations by the name of NIUA, that is National Institute of Urban Affairs, along with Bernard Van Leer Foundation. So they both organizations have come together and launched this specific initiative. Now when I talk about this initiative, the first thing is, what is the purpose of the initiative? That is, it has been designed so that the capacity building could be created for the young ones, so that they could develop a family friendly neighborhood within the cities in India. Family friendly neighborhood, guys, simply means that your children should be brought up in a very well mannered way, so that they could inculcate good values. This is what this family friendly neighborhood is all about. Now, talking about the second specific thing, that will be the objectives of the program. So objective is, first one is some kind of knowledge will be provided. That is why the program has been launched now. That is embedding the learnings from the inventory of knowledge, based on the knowledge that has been set up, that based on the knowledge that has been developed by these organizations. Some learning will be embedded to the young professionals. Now, after the learning has been embedded to young professionals, the second thing will be hand holding participants. Hand holding participants simply means, if you have provided some kind of learning, you want more number of participants so that they could also be imbibed the learning, and the ultimate aim of that is to account everyday needs of young children and caregivers. Okay, now, very important thing. So this whole paragraph, this whole thing I have mentioned in the question, I have asked the thing in the question itself. The very important thing is the program, that is the training will be provided, so that a structured training will be provided under a program known as National Urban Learning Platform. So under this specific initiative, a structured training will be provided. Now, the question that comes to mind is, structured learning to ho gayi sir, but how will we be certifying that learning? Whether we have known the learning, whether we have imbibed the learning, how we will be inculcating that thing? For that purpose, guys, the answer is here. Academic certified course will be launched for young professionals based on this program. The main aim here is so that it could sensitize the young children in the city which are in the age of 0 to 5 years, that is, which are less than 5 years of age. These young citizens will be sensitized. Okay, now we have discussed the news. Now, very important thing here is, guys, this program. Now let us go through about this program. Let us talk something about this program also, that is National Urban Learning Platform. So now, talking about this National Urban Learning Platform, guys, the most important thing is who has developed. So it is being developed by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and National Institute of Urban Affairs, that I have discussed in the starting of the news. What is it? It is basically a digital knowledge platform. So it is a digital knowledge platform that is being set up by the ministry. Now, here is one thing that you have to remember. It is a digital platform, learning would be imbibed. Now, try to get access of this. Let's see about this image that I have presented you here. The first thing is what it will be doing. Basically, guys, it will be, so sorry for the cursor here, guys. So it would be basically facilitating the learning. So facilitating learning means that is, it would be enabling and streamlining the content creation, facilitating the learning, so that content creation could be streamlined. Second important thing, it would be improving the governance. So improving governance means that is organization, management, that thing will be done by the improving governance, the implementation of new initiatives. All these things would be done by on the organization perspective. Then the second thing is, then the third one is advanced learning. So advanced learning simply means that any kind of course management, some course building has been done, that would be simply advanced learning. And then the last one is your blended learning. So blended learning, you could learn is course management, any kind of course certification. This thing is all placed in the specific time of blended learning. So in that way, you could utilize about this National Urban Learning Platform also, because the question could be asked, instead of asking question on the program, they could simply ask you question on this National Urban Learning Platform also, and that too could also be a 2-mark question in the form of paragraphs. Now, one thing again that I want to discuss with you is, guys, that is National Institute of this Urban Affairs. So this National Institute of Urban Affairs, looking at the present scenario, the simple question that could be asked is, this body is under which of the following ministry? So it is under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So now, guys, with this, our first topic is coming to an end. Now let's move to the second topic. The second topic of the day, the question that I've asked you is that, guys, recently Niti Aayog, in partnership with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and along with Center for Social and Behavioral Change of Ashoka University, they have launched an initiative named as Poshan Gyan. You have to tell me that which among the following is the theme of the initiative for the month of April 2021. Now, if you guys have gone through the news of Poshan Gyan, this is a very tricky question for all of you. I'm saying this openly. This will be a tricky question for you. Theme of the month, that is theme for the April 2021. Is it early breastfeeding day of delivery? Is it Poshan ke liye paudhe? Is it antenatal care? Is it Sahi Poshan Desh Roshan, or is it personalize your plate. Now let's see how many of you know the answer. Very important question. Let's see how many of you know the answer. And typical phase 1 question that could be asked. Simple question can be asked in phase 2 also. Typical ESI question that are generally being asked in your examination. So here guys, the answer is option number C. That is antenatal care is the right answer. Okay, now moving further. So let's discuss about this initiative, that is Niti Aayog launches the Poshan Gyan initiative. That is the headline of the news that was there in the PIB section. Now coming to the launching part, so it is being launched by Niti Aayog in association with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation along with the Center for Social and Behavior Change of Ashoka University. Now guys, from the name itself it is suggesting Poshan Abhiyan, Poshan Gyan, which means it will simply related to nutrition. Now, first of all, what is this Poshan Gyan? This Poshan Gyan is basically, guys, it is a digital portal. So it is a digital portal that was there in news. And if I talk about this digital portal, it is basically a digital repository on health and nutrition. The thing that I was discussing with you, health and nutrition will be the main focus. If it is in a digital form, which means comprehensive online resource will be provided to you regarding the working of nutrition. Regarding to any person who is working in nutrition sector, he could get the information from this online resource. Now digital repositories, online resource will be there. Third thing we should remember is who is providing us the information. So here is a very important thing. The information, guys, is being provided by government as well as the recognized agencies. Any other developmental agency who is working in nutritional sector, they could also update the information in this specific portal. This is very, very important thing here, guys. Very important thing to remember, that it is not only government. Along with government, these developmental organizations will also be helping you to tackle. The important is to tackle the challenge of knowledge awareness. Okay. Third point. Now this is a thing that we have seen in the recent examination. If we look at the recent RBI examination, there were generally questions: who could get access to this initiative? What is the advantage of this initiative? Who could be the member? Who could not be the member? So based on these kind of things, the thing that has been mentioned in the PIB is accessibility is provided to anyone. So everybody, any person who wants to avail this service can avail this service, be it any kind of frontline health worker, be it community leader, or be it any kind of teacher, or any person who wants to improve its nutritional outcome can be a person who could access the information from this Poshan Gyan portal. So this is very much important thing, because they could give you an option like frontline health workers, community leaders, teachers, or anyone who wants to improve its nutritional outcome. So which among the following can access? So you might be thinking, sir, frontline health workers could be there. Community leaders or teachers, can they be member or can they be not? So they are also the members. Everybody is member who wants to improve its nutritional outcome. The other important thing is, now this is very much important, guys. The program does not have any specific thing. It has a theme of the month. So this is the main highlight of this initiative, is it will be providing you a specific theme of the month. Then it will also be providing you information guide, most downloaded media. So which means it is a digital initiative. It will be providing you theme of the month. So based on the theme, the month will be decided. Okay, so based on the month, the theme will be decided. Then on that specific month, what are the things that have been downloaded? So see this snippet also. So we need all these things. But if I tell you that now you should get to the chia seeds. So chia seeds are helpful. There are specific data that are there on chia seeds. So you could get information on the chia seeds, and if it is downloaded most number of times, it would be highlighted at the top of the portal. Okay. Coming to the question that I've asked, so theme for the month is antenatal care. That is the theme for the month of April 2021. So now with this, second news is also being covered by us. And if I talk about the usage of this website, so here I have provided you in a very beautiful snippet that has been shared by the ministry, how you could use the initiative. I think I've discussed with you. You could search the initiative, then you could download the thing what you want, you will be getting the notified. This is something that I was discussing with you, that you could upload the material by your own organization also and search win, and you could share it with the government also. So if your research is helpful, then your research will also be published in this specific portal. So this is again an important initiative of this government. Now moving to the third topic of the day, that is by the name of Aahar Kranti. The third topic is Ahar Kranti. So here again a paragraph has been given by Ahar Kranti. The first question that I am asking you is, which among the following organization has launched the mission mentioned in the above paragraph? Which simply means you have to tell me that Ahar Kranti initiative is being launched by which among the following organization? Is it Vibha? Is it GIST? Is it Prabhas? Is it all of the above, or is it none of the above? Typical question, general 2 mark questions that are being asked in your examination. So this is relating to simple questions. Simple ESI paragraph based questions are based on these specific information. Now, coming to the answer of this thing. So here the answer is, guys, all of the above. So all these initiatives, that is Vibha, GIST and Prabhas. So all they have come together to launch this initiative by the name of Ahar Kranti. Now, second question, again a paragraph based question on this Ahar Kranti that I am discussing with you, is the motto of the mission. What is the motto of the Ahar Kranti mission? You have to tell me about the motto of the mission. Okay. So if you have gone through the paragraph in a very detailed manner, I think you will get a basic idea. Is it Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar? Is it Swasth Ahar, Swasth Zindagi? Is it Har Ghar Poshan, Zindagi Roshan? Is it E and B, that is first and second only, or is it none of the above? This is again important thing. If you have gone through the news in a detailed manner, you will be knowing the motto of the initiative also. So here, guys, the motto is Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar. So Uttam Ahar simply means if you are getting good diet, you will be getting the good result also. So recently this initiative by the name of Ahar Kranti has been launched under the theme of Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar. This is the motto of this initiative. And guys, if you are preparing for NABARD examination, let me tell you one thing. In the NABARD examination of 2020, there were 2 specific questions that has been asked on the motto of the scheme. Soil health card scheme. They have asked the motto of the scheme. Then Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, theme of the scheme, which means indirectly they are asking about this thing. The thing that we generally skip, that is in the news itself, in the snippet itself. The thing we generally miss is the initiative. So initiative's theme is Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar. Now recently our health minister has launched this Ahar Kranti initiative, which simply is being dedicated to spreading the awareness about nutrition and accessibility to all locally available nutritious foods, fruits and vegetables in India. Now guys, here will be a confusion with you. Earlier I have discussed with you the important initiative is Poshan Gyan. So Poshan Gyan we have discussed earlier. Now this is similarly related to Poshan Gyan. Poshan Gyan, first of all, it is a web portal. Ahar Kranti is not a portal. It is just a mission that is there. So this is something that you should remember. Second important thing is the initiative are somehow related. Poshan Gyan will simply provide you the information on nutrition. But here the important is it will be providing you the information about the locally available fruits, nutrition that are locally available in India. It will be trying to promote that specific fruit. Okay, now this is very much important thing. Aim is that I have discussed, spread the message of good diet to every citizen of India. Motto also discussed, Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar, which means good diet links to good cognition. Launching initiative, the question that I have asked, so launched by Vinjana Bharti, Global Indian Scientist and Technocrats Forum, that is GIST Forum. Then is Vigyan Prasar and Prabhas. So Prabhas simply stands for Pravasi Bharatiya Academic and Scientific Sampark. So you could get the detail. You will be getting the detailed PDF from which you could read the information in detailed manner. Let I give you the brief of this specific initiative. Okay, so this is the Ahar. This is how we need Ahar. That is healthy thing. Okay, now coming to the thing. First of all, focus I have discussed with you. The focus will be on the locally sourced food. Okay, the other important is how it will help. What it will be doing. What it will be doing is it will be promoting the better awareness, better nutritional awareness. Both the initiatives are doing. Poshan Gyan bhi yahi kar raha hai aur ye bhi yahi kar raha hai, better awareness. Then better nutrition you will be getting, that is better awareness about better nutrition. And guys, this will also be helping in our agriculture community also. Biggest agriculture, better agriculture will be there if you are getting moving towards the better nutritional food. Now how you will be promoting that thing? A curriculum has been set up which will be telling you about what and whys of the nutrition. What is a nutrition? Why we need that nutrition? If I simply say to you, you should go through the Ayurvedic products. What are these Ayurvedic products? First of all, you should know what are these Ayurvedic products. Then why are these Ayurvedic products important? I will say that it will increase your immunity. Sir, why? There are a lot of, you will simply ask me a question. Sir, there are a lot of many Ayurvedic products. So which Ayurvedic product should I take? Which Ayurvedic product should I not take? So this is what and why. Third important is now how you will be promoting that thing. You will be promoting the thing in the name of games or as instructions, such as how to take that thing is also important. Sometimes what used to happen is, now if I take an example of COVID, so now there are 2 or 3 type of things generally people say कि sir आप काढ़ा पी लो. Okay, you kind of drink warm water, you kind of drink some type of kadas. But if you don't know what kind of kada is good for you, you are just taking the kadas of kinda, and at the end of that, you feel that your body is weak now because you are not taking the food, you are just drinking the kada all the day. So what it will be doing is, you should also know how to take that thing also. That is, you should also need to do is what you also want to do is, you should take the healthy food also. So that is what this important is. What, why, and how to take that important initiative. So information is provided. अगर क्वेश्चन क्या आएगा, बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन क्या आएगा माइंड में, सर how I will be getting, I am a Hindi based student, I do not know anything about English, whether the information is available for me also. Yes guys, the information is available in all the vernacular languages besides English and Hindi also. And now for your paper 2 point of view, why we need this initiative? Because descriptive paper में थोड़ा सा in the time of descriptive things, you need some analytical thing. Why we need this initiative? So for better understanding, the important is that various studies have estimated that India produces as much as 2 times of the amount of calories it consumes, which means our production level is very high. But then also, if you look at any kind of nutrition survey that has taken place, it generally says that India is one among the most malnourished countries in the world, which simply means that there is a lack of nutritional awareness in India. That is why this initiative, that Poshan Gyan or Ahar Kranti, has been promoted. And now guys, for your better preparation of your phase 2 examination, if you generally want to form any kind of mind map, this snippet will be really helpful for you. Like Vishwa Guru, it will be volunteering initiatives, smart farming, it could help us, it would help in making good business also. Impact of nutrition, as the name is suggesting, it would educating the farmers also, it would be educating children about good diet, and it will create awareness. So all these things you could relate when you want to form a better answer if anything has been asked on health sector. Okay, so with this our third topic has also come to an end. Now come moving to our fourth topic. Here again a paragraph has been given to you that is on our topic named as National Startup Advisory Council. Now simply you have to tell me that recently the first meeting has taken place. Something has been given about the Startup Advisory Council also, and during the meeting something has been highlighted. The paragraph is getting to that specific thing. The first question that I've asked you is, who among the following organization has constituted the advisory council? So who has constituted the advisory council is the first thing. Again, a simple question that could be asked is it NSO, is it NSC, is it DPIIT, is it CSO, or is it none of the above? So you have to tell me who has constituted this National Startup Advisory Council. And guys, the answer here is that is option number C, that is Department for Promotions of Industry and Internal Trade is the right answer here. Now guys, if you look at the second question, so this was a very eye-opener for a lot of students, because this kind of question was asked in phase 1 examination also as well as in phase 2 examination also. So now guys, there is no need to panic. This is what we want. This is what I want to confirm to you is also no need to panic. Only thing is these statement based questions were asked earlier also to us, but the general thing is they never asked you 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only. This kind of thing was not asked. The preparation, the purpose, everything will be going on the same streamline that we were doing earlier. The only thing is, instead of finding the wrong information from just these 3 lines, now we have to be very careful about the information. So the question that I've asked you is, which among the following statement is or are incorrect about this Startup Advisory Council? So first of all, the one thing is we know that the PIIT is constituting this institute. So Joint Secretary will be the chairman of the council. First thing. Second is it will suggest measures so that a culture of innovation among citizens and students could be developed. Then it will facilitate the public organizations so that innovation with a view to improve public service delivery could also be created. That is by promoting, creating, protecting and commercializing our intellectual property rights. Okay. Now guys, based on this thing, let us know which of the following statement is or are incorrect. I am again repeating, these are keywords. This is a keyword. Now in this question, not these questions are important. Important is these 2 lines. whether it is asking about correct statement or whether it is asking about incorrect statement. So here guys, if I talk about only first statement is incorrect. Now let us understand about the news. So recently guys, the first meeting of, that is Mr. Piyush Goyal has chaired the first meeting of National Startup Advisory Council, and our union minister, that is he is the union minister of commerce and industry, so he has chaired the meeting. So during the meeting, the one thing he has highlighted is, he said India has the potential that it could become the world's largest and most innovative startup ecosystem. Now which simply means we are promoting our initiative of Startup India. Okay, so this will be your homework for the day also. You should go about this. You should go through the Startup India initiative also. So now that thing. Now most of you might be thinking, sir, news mein to itna hi tha. There is only that thing that has been asked in news. Now guys, but if I talk about the examination perspective, they will not be asking you who will be have chaired the meeting. They will simply ask a question on this council also, Startup Advisory Council. Now just look at the name, Startup Advisory Council. If I talk about startup sector, what is the most important organization of our commerce ministry? That is promotion of industry and internal trade, because industry has to be promoted na. Agar startup promote karna hai, to industry has to be promoted. That is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade has constituted this council. Simple name, as the name is suggesting, it is an advisory council, which simply means it would just be giving the advice to the government. It is not a legal binding. Okay, so advice will be giving on which purpose? Now for startup ecosystem, what we need is a strong ecosystem. So how will we be providing the strongest ecosystem is so that it will be basically helping you in the kind of easier the thing, that is easy access, easy things. So all these things will be provided to the startup sector. Now the other important thing when any kind of committee has been set up, are the question that can be asked is the composition of the committee. So if I talk about chairman, it is not guys joint secretary. Chairman is Minister for Commerce and Industry will be the chairman of this council. Second important is convener of the council, who would be coming and conducting this meeting of the council will be joint secretary of Department for Promotions of Industry and Internal Trade. That is the wrong information that I've given you the question. He is not the chairman, he is the convener of the council. Then ex officio members, and if I talk about non-official members also. So ex officio members and non-official members, both are the members that will be nominated. They are not the permanent members, they will be nominated. But for ex officio member, the important is the members should be at or above the rank of joint secretary in any kind of ministry. Now when I talk about non-official members, because it is a union committee, so central government will be appointing the members here. Now guys, the important thing is we have to promote startup. So if I talk about some non-official members, just think in your mind, what are the kind of people that I know? Now see that startup thing that I've shared here. This simply vibrating thing simply suggests that startup is not, our startups in India are not, they are just vibrating, they are just in a vibrating mode. They are not stable. So to make them stable, what are the things that we need? We need to have the ideas of the founders of successful startups. We need that kind of people. We need veterans or people who have scaled the companies in India to a very great height. Then we need persons who could represent the interest of investors into startups, because sometimes what usually happen is there are a lot of people who have startup ideas, but they are not good presentable people. So for that people, we need a representative of them also, who could get them the recognition that they want. The important thing is they will not be a permanent member. They will be appointed for a period of just 2 years. Function simply is saying startup simply related is culture of innovation should be there if you want to promote startups in India, because startup simply is related to it is a vice versa of innovation. Okay, and for that purpose what we're doing is we want to promote innovation in all sectors of India, be it agriculture, be it industry, be it hotel management, any kind of initiative, we have to promote the innovation in all the sectors. Second important thing, measures have been suggested. Now the suggested measures have to be facilitated by the public organizations also, because it is not that only private sector needs innovation, public sector also needs innovation, so that it could improve its public services. Okay, it could promote creation, protection and commercialization of their intellectual property rights also, which means private as well as public sectors. To both the sectors, this initiative, this advisory council will be a great boost. Okay, So now what you have done is innovation culture you have आपने बना दिया. You have made innovation culture. You have suggested measures. Now the important problem that people is facing is this form penalty, ठीक है, form thing or any kind of thing. To make that thing easier, what we will be doing is we want to make the startup easier to start, easier to operate, and long to grow. Easier to start, easier to operate, but long to grow. Okay, which means if it is not working, we also need an exit formula also, because sometimes people generally enter, but there is an exit problem in startups that they generally what you could say is they generally sorry for that thing, guys. So what they generally do is, especially they end up in a vicious circle that they could not exist. So there should be a proper exit policy also for the startup sector. So this is what all the Startup Advisory Council will be doing. Okay, now coming to the last topic of the day. So now, guys, you tell me that which among the following organization has launched a first of its kind roundtable conference by the name of Hydrogen Economy, the Indian Dialogue for 2021. Okay, this initiative has been launched, which discuss about the hydrogen ecosystems and exploring opportunities for collaboration, cooperation, and coalition in India. Now you have to tell me that which organization has organized this specific roundtable dialogue. Is it FIPI? Is it TERI? Is it NGT? Is it GEAC? Or is it NEP? Typical questions generally asked in our ESA section. If any meeting has taken place, who has organized the meeting? So here, guys, the question is, that answer here is, that is option number A, that is FIPI. Now coming to the news. So recently, guys, the Hydrogen Energy Roundtable Conference, so yes, that is Hydrogen Economy New Delhi Dialogue for 2021 has taken place, which is being organized by the Energy Forum and FIPI. That is FIPI simply stands for Federation of Indian Petroleum Industry. Both have come together and organized this roundtable dialogue. Now, the purpose, it wants to discuss about the emerging hydrogen ecosystem. So guys, when I talk about hydrogen ecosystem, this ecosystem is very much important for environmental opportunities. This could be a new thing where India could help us, where India could generate lot of income, because now most of the developing countries or developed countries are also focusing on hydrogen economy, which could be used as an important renewable resource so that pollution could be reduced. Okay, to understand the progress of hydrogen ecosystems across continents or countries, this Hydrogen India dialogue has taken place. Very important thing about this dialogue is, guys, a session has been conducted on India's hydrogen mission. So this is something very much important in this news now. The important is hydrogen dialogue has taken place, but very important here is the hydrogen mission of India. That is National Hydrogen Mission. So this National Hydrogen Mission, it was proposed during the budget speech by Finance Minister during her budget speech of 2021-2022. Talking about the aim of the initiative. So aim is basically, see, that is what I'm saying you, develop India into a global hub for manufacturing of hydrogen and fuel cells technologies across the value chain, which means we want to generate income from the hydrogen economy of India also. So to make a plan, there will be two type of specific plans. First of all, there will be a short-term strategy, which simply will be up to 4 years short-term strategy. Then we will have a broad long-term strategy, which will be more than 10 years. So 10 years or beyond will be the long-term strategy, and short-term strategy is less than 4 years. Okay, benefit of this initiative. Benefit, or you say why we need this initiative. See, we have an ambitious target of 175 gigawatt by 2022. That is our renewable energy target under the Paris Agreement, climate change. Paris Agreement. We have discussed this target. Okay? So that thing we have discussed a lot of time. So for that purpose, what Finance Minister has done is, during her budget speech, she has allocated rupees 1500 crore for renewable energy development initiatives, or this National Hydrogen Mission also. So which will basically help India to achieve the target, so that it could reduce the import dependency on the fossil fuels also. Now, very important thing that I presented you as a note is that it is not the first time. The idea for this is that is Prime Minister, our respected Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So he has proposed the idea of this National Hydrogen Energy Mission during the 3rd Global Renewable Energy Investment Meeting and Expo Summit that has taken place in the month of November. So during this summit, an idea has been proposed, which has now been proposed officially by the Finance Minister in her budget speech also, which will be coming up in a few decades. So guys, here again the snippet I've shared with you, which you could have a look that which are the activities which could be engaged here. Okay, so now with this we have discussed the 5 important topics I've discussed with you. Now let's talk about the homework for the day. So homework, we have discussed 2 important initiatives, that is Poshan Gyan, and your second one is our Ahar Kranti. So both these initiatives are basically focusing on nutritional sector. So to revise that thing, the first homework for you will be your Poshan Abhiyan initiative. You should go through the National Nutrition Mission, what are the targets there, everything you should go through. And if you find a time, you should comment these things. You should comment me about 2 or 3 lines about the Poshan Abhiyan in the comment box. Second important, Startup Advisory Council. The very important initiative is Startup India scheme here. So that is again an important thing that you should revise. Schemes are again very important part. So these are the 2 important schemes that you should revise. You could have a look at the research government schemes lecture also, or otherwise you could also go through the schemes on your own also. So guys, that's it for the lecture. So if you have any kind of doubt, you could drop us an email. Our email ID is hello@edutap.co.in, or you could even place us a call. Our mobile number is 81462 So I hope guys the lecture is fruitful for you. So keep learning and keep joining us for the future initiatives also. Thank you guys.